Just going to gently tap it over that. Now, this is where it's going to be a little more. Hey, welcome to Rusty Bolt. Today's project is going to be a fairly simple one, involving this re-rod. This is actually a handle from the old hatch to my forge. And when we broke it up, we pulled this out and everything, you know, because it was kind of involved, it was deeply embedded in the concrete. And the welds ended up ultimately breaking. So this is, you know, from the lift part of the handle. So what I'm going to do is, because I made a new hatch, and this broke after the new hatch was made, so I'm going to weld the ends of this, wrap them around, drill them, and throw some bolts in there. So basically I'm going to make the same thing almost. So stay tuned. Okay, so Bronze Caster Nate and I have been reconfiguring the forge. Ultimately someday it's going to need to be torn apart and redone, because it's just been brutalized by the amount of heat, and especially from the bronze casting. But for now, we rejiggered the front of it and the deck, and we made a completely, well, we cast a new concrete hatch, and we saved the old hardware for the handle and the internal stuff. The problem was that the lift part of the handle, the welds broke. It's old, it's had a lot of use, and unfortunately a lot of thumping on the ground when we set it down. So these broke, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to flatten these and wrap them around and drill them and put bolts in them. So it's something that's got to be done, so might as well. He has to work today, so. Before we start curling this around, I think I want to get that other one going. bit of room to slip over that before yeah. Well, if you stuck around this long and thought it was going to be boring, okay, I feel your pain. But it actually is some very basic blacksmithing, but using the shelf kind of helps with the wrap too. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill through both ends so I can bolt them. I left just enough room to slip over the re-rod handle on the actual hatch, and then these are thin enough they should, with some bolt action, tighten down accordingly, and then we'll have our lift handle back. Alright, Rusty's magic jars. There's going to be bolts in there somewhere. Let's see. Where? Alright, Rusty's bolts and Rusty's nuts. I think we're in business. Alright, hopefully something here can do the job. So the 1/4 inch, this is the one I believe that I need, and somebody, not me, had a piece stuck in there, had tried to get it out, gave up, and I think I'm almost getting this out now. It's just hopefully the thread cutters will be intact. Alright, I got that piece out, and it looks like thread cutters are going to be able to do their business. We'll see when it gets down to the business part of it here. They have to cut more threads in. Alright. Yep, that's going to be plenty. Threads go down to here, so we're good on that. You ever have one of those jobs that you think, I know you all have, it's going to be like real simple and you're done quick, and then you have little unexpected things like, well, you gotta find you gotta find drill bits that'll drill through what turns out to be, I was kind of wondering if maybe some of this was case hardened somehow after I worked it, because I had a hard time drilling through this. I found one bit that went through everything pretty clean, and then I went to widen it, and I had to, I think they're boring bits or something. They don't have a point on them, but I found a couple old ones that would work. And then finding the right bolts, and then having to modify the bolts so you have enough thread, you know, and then getting everything to line up right. So, but this I believe will suffice. And this is, I had to modify this, still pretty hot. I had to modify, throw this back in and just tweak it a little bit. But now, that lift bar, it's a lot easier moving this in and out. So. Well, not everything I do is sharp and pointy, just the fun stuff. This job was not so fun, but it was necessary, and now it's easier to lift that hatch in and out of there. I think Bronze Caster is going to be pleased about that. So yeah, it's just part of maintaining your infrastructure for forging. So hope you had a good week. I'll see you on the other side of this one. You stay well. Be good.